Hello there, Internet. I am your host, J-Man. Welcome back to some Let's Play Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. We left off. We basically found the mysterious dead body that exploded. At first we thought it was going to be Kyoko, but turns out no, she's alive and well. But as tradition, we're going to be going over all the truth bullets that we found. First off, due to the explosion, we don't know how the victim died. We don't know who the victim is, but we do know they were dead before the bomb went off. The victim was stabbed with a knife once, but they also been struck in the head through something as thick as a metal pipe. And basically, the face was like beyond recognition on the up half of the body. And the lower half, and the fire exhaustion. There's this, the upper half is soaking wet. We also found a pretty nice manicure. They were fake, though. Also, a tattoo of a dog on there. There are also dead debris that are scattered near the body. It was also believed that this bomb that was removed from the gym because Wakumi has that in them. Then we have the sprinklers. Sprinklers are reprogrammed to come on every morning at 7:30 to change as a time as possible change. However, as such, it is assumed that these all happen before 7:30. The list of the time was there. First, we got up in the morning. We talked to Hina at 7:30. Then 7:30 to 9, Makoto meets with the others in the gym and mastered. Then Toko tries to find a pickaxe, but then turns to the jail and discovers the body. There was also a knife that was found in the body, the same one that she stabbed before the explosion happened. It took the same knife Makoto found. Wait, that Toko was given to Makoto for safekeeping, and the knife was the masked sailor holding on to when they attacked. There was also a tarp in the tool shed. One was wet and filthy, while the other had mud and grime all over it. There are also a number of things chicken crib. There are also a chicken missing. Yasuhiro claimed there were 5 last night. Byakuya also said there was no corpse in the garden, just at nighttime after. It can be assumed that murder was taken place before that. Byakuya also said that he, Toko, Hina, and Yasuhiro were at the gym the entire night. None of them was that point. The corpse was covering mask over there. A knife that thrust through the abdomen. The body had stopped bleeding for a while. The blood was still wet. It was noted that there was no blood on the ground either. And then we found out about who the mysterious Mukuro Ikusaba was. She was upset for the military as a kid, probably a little too much, and then disappeared, went on vacation in Europe, and then returned to Japan 3 years later. Apparently, every member of Fenrir has to gets a tattoo somewhere in their body to represent the membership of the group, kind of like like the guild in Fairy Tail. Apparently, this killing game had 16 students, and if we assume that Mukuro Ikusaba was the 16th. Monokuma revealed that the reason Kyoko wears gloves was to hide something they don't want the others to see. This wood block decoration was found in Kyoko's room. It looks like it was actually part of the dojo earlier. There are also some titanium arrows. 10 in total. Along with the arrows, there was a lot of duct tape in the locker. And finally, Kyoko used Mokuma's secret tool to access any room in the school. Sneak to the second floor of the dorms, which have been locked for some time. This area has no cameras or security. I'm back. So, well, let it. Oh yeah, right. We need to get some skills. Well, we did it. After wasting 5 minutes of everyone's time. Oh, Raz!
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. If you can figure out, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened and the one that... Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
So weird how the voice trends.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
Hey, ghosts sometimes can have legs and stuff. Keyword sometimes.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse is... Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves. In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Oh! You know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Yeah, there's actually something kind of important here. Yeah. There, so I don't have any choice but to... Yeah, if you know this, you know it. Make your argument.
That Kyoko there is just a...
Okay, then prove it. The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Oh, crap.
Shoot. That Kyoko... Okay, then prove it. The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must...
No, it's wrong. No, there's no way the corpse, whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails. I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hand. It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Same.
Well, Kyoko, any thought?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim?
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around.
Yeah, we identify victims. They're here.
If Kyoko really is
Still alive. Then who died?
There's gotta be something. I don't think so. The face was scorched, and there wasn't any just flying with
No, it's wrong. There was one clue left behind that we can use.
What? For real? You're lying. You'll die
For real?
cruel and
cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid.
The key to figure is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Her master must have made her get it.
Seriously? They really?
No, that's not it. The identity of...
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the other mission. To be clear.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay.
To show that they're a member of the team would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their...
Yeah, direct Fenrir is Hangman's Gambit.
Now I understand. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge world. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man.
Is a
after all
Fenrir
this
in the
time,
Marvel
we
universe
finally got
yet?
a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means
Exactly. Which means that person must have won. So it must have been Muko. What?
hold on.
You sound surprised, but you're... Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mook...
But I mean, being the ultimate
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as... After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Oh my god, can she rocket jump? Hmm? If she can't rocket jump, then she's not the ultimate soldier! Does she have a hat?
Remember
That's the most important part of all.
Other information...
If you don't have a hat, you're a true TF2 player.
Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto.
So that means Kyoko got a...
Who was she? She's been gone this whole time? And when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot...
So you're saying she wasn't, which would mean she was the same as...
Then who's the...
It must have been the Hope Speaker.
No, the headmaster has...
But how can we trust that? We all...
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now, figuring out who please limit all future prattle, chatter, and...
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, the reason we're having a class trial is hammer that point straight into your big ol'...
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student...
Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no. There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
And that person is Disco Jesus. That's important.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
And Disco Jesus, who's just a guy that just got locked in.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this
And
time?
yep, he was secretly sleeping in in the dorms.
Get a hold
And he
of
got out
yourself.
through like the
We've
window
already
duct,
narrowed
like the
down
air
the list of
duct.
possible suspects. I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about.
Based on what we know, gonna be one of two suspects.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to...
Why do you say that?
Allow me to just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden. So that at that point, the murder must have taken place. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire...
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismiss. The whole time we were very careful not to go. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis.
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the...
Exactly.
I mean, I can't stand it. I have to clear my own name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole...
Are you thinking of raising it?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a bet. Doing that might reveal some kind of...
Whatever you want. Somebody...
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the well, it was after so the murder must.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body. Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right?
Oh, up here.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m. Since that...
Now the Toko, what time is it? I left the gym over 9 o'clock.
He's right. It had to be around.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, but I'm sure I met up with everyone else before.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? Oh yeah, right around 7:30. I remember.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m.
Garden.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
No, it's wrong. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say
Because of the sprinklers are set to go. So if the body had been in the garden before 7, then it should have been.
Oh, hold on. The body was.
Sorry, Toko.
I'm wrong. Are you saying only the mouth down south?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler? Are you trying to?
Man, you're totally.
If you really think it wasn't, you better.
I never why sprinklers were body wet. Right,
I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. No, no, no! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I'm right about this. I admit nothing. No, no, no! How can you say it?
This should prove it. Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes. but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom.
I'm so sick of her.
Yeah,
Just-
please turn back to serial killer.
The reason only the top. While the body was still on fire, I doused it with water.
Oh, then I guess the sprinkler.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30.
Which means she must have been killed some.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing.
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's only without an alibi, which means the murderer is. Oh, I refuse to believe that Kyoko was murdered.
I'd
That's.
just like to say one. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
So
If,
are you sane?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the master.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little...
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill. Huh? She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro, and as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all.
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but
What are...
because you see, there is
Interesting.
all it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Certain something that could cover it. Could have been.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp.
Or you catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp. In fact, the dirt pattern on the tarp, only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered. The side that faced down over the body. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to...
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Was that actually like a killer? No, I can't find it right now. That tarp. See, as Kyoko said. Body.
And what might that...
I can't remember. A killer. I have to repeat what Kyoko said.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented...
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on
Because the spring, but the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless.
it's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing... Of course it didn't!
No, it's wrong. Actually, one side being clean. Because the blood wasn't... Byakuya said it himself. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely...
Well, maybe the culprit washed it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide...
Oh!
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant to...
Blood was camouflage?
After the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that...
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they...
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
Yeah. And then he actually died.
No, that's not what happened. The killer got the blood from right there and...
Blood, huh? Oh no! We are gonna have a chicken funeral!
before them.
And then all the chickens start murdering him like in
So you're saying, man, that's
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Really, woman?
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted. Anyway, there's no denying that it.
Perhaps, but you said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water, and then. But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. They covered it. When you discovered the body.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that's that.
Sorry, I'm having a.
Here's what happened. The murder took place before this, but the body didn't get wet because the killer. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body. The coat they've already covered. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone.
If that's actually what took place, it's
But wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers?
That actually wouldn't have been all that. They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare. Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound.
Hostage come back. But why? Why is Kira trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body is an add to the truth bullet to your
Well, then,
handbook.
It looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
for serious, man. Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's
Oh!
see. Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that.
Well, don't just stand there.
You know that knife we found?
One we found stuck in the body. According to the Monokuma file. So, what?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen. That's what I thought when I first.
Hey, boy, buddy! Now I have a knife to get you. What are you doing, buddy? I got nothing to give it a John. I want it anyway. So now, why'd you hang on to it, Makoto? Me?
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
Also, let me just point this thing out. Even if we did give it to Toko and she did turn to Jill, Jill doesn't like killing people with a knife anyway. She just wants to give it to. She likes going all stabby with her scissors.
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed.
Yeah.
Why did you hide that fact?
It's not that I hid it. It's just.
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. Maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious. The knife we found stuck in the body came. No, I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
Considering everything I did now, I should be clear. I had to prove I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer!
The knife we found lodged in the. It's the same one we gave. It really is, isn't it?
If he did have that knife, that seals it. Makoto. Just because I had the knife, that automatically. Well,
Get me stabbed.
no, it's wrong. Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover.
Lies! We never talked about.
No, don't you? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp. In other words, the victim never wore that.
Okay.
So, when we discovered the knife had been thrust through, meaning If she wasn't stabbed until obviously the stab would.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it.
Damn it.
Shoot!
Oh, shit.
I got it! The Monokuma
Oh yeah, it should.
was just another piece. They probably stabbed her to exploding the body after. The explosion was all the killers.
So they wanted us to notice this. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway?
If you bothered to put that lump...
Well, if you're so...
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown.
I might be dumb.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her...
My interesting thing about the explosion.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the. That fragment revealed.
Huh?
That's only natural. We saw the same thing. It's part of a bomb.
Oh, then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury, and the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what.
That's true. It's
Fine. I have no problem with it. It won't change the facts.
All right. Make your argument.
Then,
Shall we continue the
the victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't because of the then there's only one.
Oh yeah.
That's
Gotta be it.
That showed you And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then, shall we continue the victim's
Fatal injury
has yet.
Kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't then there's only.
Oh yeah. That's got. Evidence that showed you. And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then, shall we continue the victim's.
No, it's wrong. Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is...
But then the Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit.
No way! The balance would be all off. I wouldn't mind testing.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her.
We already know?
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto.
All right, the real murder weapon.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that something was...
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame her for Hina for doubting it. Because one thing out of that weapon, one more secret.
The Titanium Arrow.
It was in the dojo.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound
Well, it said the weapon must have been about it. It seems like
No, it's wrong. You're right. Just the one
another weapon.
inside the dojo locker. We also found a balled-up The killer probably uses bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe, and that's exactly what.
It's similar to Aesop's fable that the bundles, one stick is weak. To put them together, and
Damn, that's harsh.
how is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon, it was you, Kia.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely.
How can you say that with such?
Because we have proof of.
Oh,
What? Surely you don't intend to. You know what will happen if you cover for the culprit. There's only the death of us all.
of course.
Then show us.
Evidence. That Kyoko's and Yojo find the locker key.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here.
And how does that...
Because
It was...
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece. Your non-existent alibi. Your clear motive. This all proves that you are the true culprit.
hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead.
No, it's not that there's one more thing I need. Kyoko. Last night. Why? What were you doing there?
Hey, tell me why the fuck you.
That's what I need to know.
I was just... protecting you.
What?
Fine. She was protecting me? What does that mean?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at.
Wait, I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake.
I knew you were stubborn.
Really? But you should know better than anyone. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should.
What does that mean?
Those words you just spoke.
Exactly.
I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone.
Byakuya,
Master would never have.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
is that what you're...
You stated a fear. You said I hid the evidence of,
And then left the locker key in my own room.
but could I really have done that?
Those words you just...
Exactly what
I'm not the killer.
You should understand.
Byakuya.
What did you hide?
Master would never hide something.
There's
No, it's wrong. If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room.
Oh yeah, right. This is
Because she had given her room.
I see. And if I had the key to your...
Then obviously I had no... Without my room keys, I could... Am I wrong?
It would have...
Then you're finally
oh, it's actually true. They actually get contradiction. Oh, we lied, but this isn't like her. Trying to save her with such a desperate lie. Do I feel threatened? She's the killer? Or something else? If you vote for me, I die. The mystery of the school will be hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap a master finally laid out for us. That's my trap. Trying to trap Kyoko? But what did I do? What should I do? Should I... Now you're trying to avoid danger. We are in danger. Risk solving mystery. Am I wrong? What did I do? Alright. This is gonna be important.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko.
A lie?
Isn't that right?
You said it. So let's hear it.
Just something true here.
I didn't have the key to my room. Because I'd given it to Byakuya.
There's no doubt.
You are correct.
So I couldn't.
No, it's wrong. No. Kyoko could have gotten into her room. You said so yourself.
Oh, okay, I tell you about Ku's secret tool. What?
Monokuma's
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room, which means
Then I guess that's it.
You're giving up just like.
No, I'm simply recognizing.
What are you talking?
Like I said, this. So I lost. That's all this means.
then you say Kyoko aren't the killer?
Okay!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! Oh,
But that's what.
it's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out! So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, but I guess we already...
Yep. Well. It was Kyoko. Oh no. Oh noes. Good job! You got it right! Breathing right! You got it right. Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something's strange on here. Something the whole class trial. Kyoko!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
They're all ready? Okay then!
Give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Kyoko has been found guilty. Time for the punishment! Why you'll just like struggle out there or anything? That terrifies me. After school lesson. Yay, sing after school. Everyone's favorite thing. Alright, let's see what we got. Kyoko, well, shit. Oh! That's sperm? Alright, Kyoko looks kind of cute with the pinkish, not the much of the purple one. Oh god, is she... Is the blood circulating from her head? And that's how the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba came to an end. I still wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent or not. Regardless, Trip was lost forever, even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mukuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once class trial was over, there was never another murder at Hope's Peak Academy ever again. If we had obtained the peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. Peace. But only inside the school. Yep. Makoto and Yasuhiro were in a polyamorous marriage. And they had kids. As for the kid, looks like Byakuya. Byakuya probably had a one-night stand with her. As for Toko, basically Kodaka said once that she probably exploded or something. I don't know. He didn't know. But yeah. Peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. Hope. Hope? Is this hope? I am hope person.
This isn't right.
Huh?
So why are you staring off into space?
Space!
Do you have a
Space!
rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Your claim. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to expose. It's been our time we've never before. We did danger and risk in this no choice. Am I wrong? I made my own decision. There's no way I would she would kill someone.
Well, have you decided to accept? I see. So I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else?
I mean, Byakuya.
You.
But of course, I have an alibi. From night, I couldn't possibly have killed anyone or put the key in.
Someone had to put.
There's only one. Someone could have had the key on them. Then once they are. I don't see any other.
Wait a second. You've got. Let's think about it one more time.
Huh?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us.
Okay.
Huh?
Time's up. Class.
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late. So we had to push back the start time. So then it's time.
Voting.
This is strange. Well, 85 medals.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right? Hey, what's it gonna be?
Now let's see who's the actual DLC killer. Oh, it was us! Dear God. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man! Yeah, sorry! It's not your fault. I didn't do it. Good job, everyone! Good job! No, I think that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense! Same as always. Like every class trial going to end the same way. Wow, I thought we were heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment! What do I... Kyoko! I don't expect you to forgive me. This is all my fault. Kyoko.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Makoto has been found guilty. Time for the punishment! Well, now it's Makoto. Yeah, what's that stuff saying in Japanese? Okay, and... Yep, it's the same after-school lesson as last time. Makoto is panicking. Probably shitting his pants. Oh, there. And there's the sperm again. Well, I think this is very interesting to see the protagonist die again. And autism to the rescue! Malcolm was like, what? What the fuck? Huh? What's going on? Hey, what's it? Yeah, that's a me. Alter ego. Alter ego? That's a stupid virus from that stupid cross-dressing autistic kid. He must have planted it somewhere when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell! I don't believe this!
It would seem.
Probably made a miscalculation. No. You miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
In other words,
I say now, you don't seem to underestimated us. What are you talking about? You rewind? I barely felt a thing! Bam, I'm pitching it. That stupid virus is gone now, is it? It's out of Makoto. It's a waste of garbage script, but anyway, it's even bigger punishment! Shut up, I'm not satisfied. I'm gonna bring a spare rest of you. Bring a spare to the entire world! Is he good? Kyoko, what's the meaning of this? What's going on?
calm down.
It's okay, you're not the only one who's trapped this time.
In other words,
Now, it's the mastermind who's that's ensnared. What are you talking about?
so
I don't understand soon enough. The massive high school. What? Please don't pull the it's a dream throw shit on me. Where am I? I woke my head resting on wood desk. It felt heavy. It's so weird. It's on God in the middle of some boring class, whatever. What am I doing to sleep right now? What the hell's going on? That's kind of unground fight. Are you getting my problems? Wasted till I died? No, I can't have it now. Oh, my good friend saved me. I had to remember what happened. Alter ego saved me, and I used what little bit of strength of his strength to do. I can't give it now for myself or for my friend. For that, my pursuit for Viola begins. It's locked. I decided to find some food. There's plenty of food here. It's pointless. Next thing I scratch some water. How can I be sure of the liquids I can drink? Which one's a bad idea? Pointless. Blocked sites. Because I'm alive. Still alive, never giving up. I was just leaving aside. Guy, garage. What the strange zone? Something fall down here?
just a second.
Giant fish trash, rude. The only one that's trash around here was Hifumi, and he's dead. And there's Kyoko, and there's Hyoko Sayonji, but that's a story for another time.
Awful.
Cup Go Okubit. Yeah, it's supposed to be like paired to Cup Noodle. Cup Noodle 15. The ultimate flavor experience. Okay. I always wanted to finish FF15, especially now that 16 is going to come out this year. But
Indeed. So. Hey,
yeah, I guys don't remember. I actually made like a bunch of weird MS Paint drawings of Coke.
hmm?
Of all like the execution. I remember like for Kyoko's version of this after school lesson, it was basically on the whiteboard. It said, "For the sake of memes, you'll be turned into a cup of noodles." Shit.
So. You.
I-
Indeed. However,
You have to survive.
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I survived
in other words,
was came to my mind for a very important reason. See how reason come Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right, at least I did once. Once, until recently I forgot what it was. Forgot, but that's... I had no memory what my purpose was. Your purpose, that's about... Amnesia? Eh?
Makoto. That's right. It would seem. Hey.
Because I don't think possible. It's their work as a mastermind, stole my memory. Why did I do that? It's the only one reason I came up with because my purpose, my ability, somehow had to interfere with Mastermind's plans.
However,
It also means somehow that's...
why is that? Correct. However,
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
I could dream had before. Like, happened.
listen.
Oh yeah, something. Nothing?
Hey,
Even though I trust you. Or rely on others.
correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just that sprite weird thing earlier just looked like she was holding a gun.
So,
Oh, crap.
so.
My ability to do everything. I'm the ultimate detective. How about detective? And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy was someone had to find here in the school.
So.
Well, it was Headmaster Hope Peak. Headmaster? No, because he's my father. What?
In other words,
He was separated from him as a child. Turns out he became Headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko's dad is the Peak Headmaster, which explains when Alter Ego didn't want us involved. I'll find a way. Ah? No matter what happens to the Headmaster, but learn the gods. Kyoko, what's going on here? My memory couldn't be so strange, but...
However, so it's true. Indeed.
At school. The school is second class for our facility use. Some of the staff must have stayed overnight from time to time. Figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. Assumed it's true, then the room would include, so I had to check.
Correct.
And that's what I finally remembered. I remember my purpose was to find the owner of that room. The headmaster.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed the second floor of the dorms. Jack Harris. It's hard to describe. All I can say is the moment I saw, I realized what's ever going on in school is more horrific than I imagined. What do you mean?
so
I can't explain it to you, but it looks like much more ominous.
however,
Of course.
so however,
Which is why I got to what was going on. Wasn't
However-
Ixapa. It was like clear. I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. Right, which means everyone in school had an alibi. Killer. Get a kid killed. I stole them. The key and disappeared.
Correct.
At that point, claim class trial. What? Mastermind knew. Couldn't interfere directly. Because school
That's
regulations?
right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you're free to explore Hope's Peak at your discretion.
In other words,
Mastermind was adamant about following the rules. With peace, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. Mastermind stepped in because of the rules. Mastermind is bound by school regulations. Oh, see you, Makoto. I could have been the victim?
indeed.
Oh, I talk about right? Do you mean that night? No, the footsteps of the god of death. What? I hear a god of death as he moves. The ability to draw natural mean cases.
Anyway,
What happened to you? Dorms. I saw a white shadow in the corridor.
correct.
In your room, seeing what was happening. Of course.
However,
It wasn't the end of things, of course, but if the two, or the Master Island West, they end up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised. There's your key in my hand. The works of Mastermind. The intent to use the class trial to eliminate me.
Indeed. Correct.
It wasn't me,
In
my
other
this.
words,
That's because the class mind was one cornered. What?
Makoto.
Look at this. Yeah, then you get the other ultimate despair. Other ultimate despair? No doubt about Mukuro was the one she's dead. And I don't think despair just one person. Right?
Indeed.
If you think about it, this ultimate despair is seeing someone implicated God.
That's right.
Yeah, but it was awful, most tragic event in human history. Tragedy. The responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair? That despicable group whose only purpose, motivation comes from despair.
Indeed.
They're on the root of all evil that forced us to go through all this. That's the ultimate despair, the real enemy. Chapter 5, 1,000 miles, yes, pain of the junk food junkie. Well, same amount of people as last time. We got the Dream Island rocket that looks like a penis. Well, you know what they say in that. I must end the episode right here. Like, subscribe, all that sexy stuff. See ya!